Alright, we're Crimea this time. We've been Crimea a lot lately. I don't love the objectives. Industrial. Okay. So what else do we have in the game here? Got Polonian Engineering. I don't love that combination. We got Albion Militant, Nordic Mechanical. Control a territory with your character. Exactly one mech, exactly one worker, and at least 5 resources at the end of your turn. So how are we going to do that? I don't think we can do that. Control a territory with 9 or more resource tokens. Okay, so we could go 8 worker industrial. And just, no, because it's stockpile for the winter. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 4 workers on food, and we're going to put 1 worker on metal with the character and with the mech. Okay? Doing that means we have a few of the conditions already met. We have the mech, we have the character, and the worker. It's going to work because what we'll do is we'll lose a turn doing it unless we get lucky and get metal out of the encounter, because on the first produce we'll get 4 food but only 1 metal, so we won't be able to make a mech on that first 5 worker produce. But that's only going to slow us down 1 turn. It might not slow us down at all if we get a good encounter. And what it means is that the next turn we can trade for 2 metal, we'll have 4 food for the enlist, and then we can turn around and use a combat card to deploy off the next produce. So it's going to work just fine. We don't really have a way to accumulate 5 resources there, though, without wasting more turns. So what we're really hoping is that we get one of those encounters where the second row says pay $2 for 4 metal or 4 food or something like that. I mean, we'll take what we can get, even if we don't need the resources. I mean, if it's wood, who cares? We'll take it. We probably won't even spend it on the bottom row action if we do. We just really need that objective star, because I mean, I mean, our bolster is over our upgrade. We're not on oil. Power Star is a long way off. Just, I don't know. I think we try our luck with Wolf Among the Sheep. Let's check in on our neighbors here. Mechanical Crimea has not gone for his village yet. We're just in round 2. Albion's moved and produced. Melania looks to be going for enlists early, at least keeping the option open to themselves. Maybe we can help ourselves out a little bit here. Okay, I think I have a way that we can increase our chances here. Go ahead and trade for 2 more metal. Next turn we'll produce again. We'll use 3 metal to build it back, so we'll have 1 metal left, and we'll have 2 food. That's 3 resources. We'll move to here, take the food and the remaining metal with us, so we'll already have 3 resources there. We'll have a mech and we'll have a character. So we don't even need a 4 resource second line. We can get away with something like trade 2 food, or get 2 food and a popularity. That would be fine. As long as it's not $2 in a popularity in that first line, I think we can get Wolf Among the Sheep. And then what we'll do is we will enlist rather than produce. We'll trade 2 more food and get our enlist, get our combat cards, and then when we produce, we'll get a second metal with the metal we have left over here. So we actually won't lose the turn. I'm pretty happy with that. So I have a decent shot of getting Wolf Among the Sheep and not losing a turn doing it. Alright, Polania hasn't gone to their encounter yet, but they've amassed, I guess they traded last time to get that food. No, they produced. No, they could be right. They didn't produce twice in a row. They traded. Yeah, they traded for 2 food. That's what we thought. They're going to try to get 1 enlist going into this encounter. That's not a terrible option for him if he doesn't have his first enlist yet, and he's not on food. 3 popularity is hard to pass up on that one, but getting 3 combat cards early for Albion could be really powerful. Yeah, he's going to go with the 3 popularity. I mean, I don't blame him. I just built a mech. Nordic doesn't have mechs. Polania's a ways away from even getting off his peninsula. What's Nordic have to show 4 rounds in? An upgrade? 2 upgrades? He's gonna do the whole... Yeah, he's gonna do the whole move next turn and build a mine on the metal. Okay guys, this is the moment of truth right here. Got 3 resources we're not going to spend. We need 2 more. We have to take this. We don't have 8 workers, so we can produce without popularity. It's not a problem. I mean, this would have been nice. This would have been nice. But we got to do it. Can't spend them either. Unfortunately. Yeah, we just have 4. It's okay, we'll spend them later. Getting that objective star is huge. That's why we were willing to alter our game plan so much to make it happen. Alright, this is off in Polania's game here. And that's a terrible encounter for him. I mean, he could take the wood and build a mine next time. But he hasn't set himself up with any metal at all. He's nowhere close to getting a mech. And he's going to go to... Is he going to go to 6 workers? He's going to get the wood, the oil, and he's not going to take the 6 worker. He's got a lot of resources now. He can get a trade. He could get the worker star and upgrade his mech to where they only cost 3, and trade is over it, so he would just need a metal. See what he does. I bet this worker's coming up here. Yep. What do you guys think? Mill right there? I bet it's a mill right there. See, with mechanical, I would much rather use both upgrades on the deploy and then not build the mill. I think that's just better. All right. So now we've got our 2 cards. So next turn we produce, get 4 food, 1 metal, we'll be sitting on 2 metal. We spend a card and 2 metal to get another mech. Then we trade for 2 metal, spend the 4 food we have to get another enlisted and combat card, wash, rinse, repeat, and go back and forth a few times. Okay, yeah, Polania went to 8 workers like we thought they might, and they used the oil, I'm guessing to, I didn't see it, but I'm guessing to upgrade the mech. No, they're going to try to get 2 buildings out of it. So I'm guessing they want a tunnel here and a mill here, so they each produce, they can get enough food for an enlist. It's good for us that they're so committed to getting their enlists, despite the fact that they're just worth 1 coin each. Alright. So what's our building bonus? Neighboring lakes. Probably pretty low on the score. Oh, that's actually much better than I thought we'd be. I mean, we only have 5 coin. but no one else has much coin either, or territory. And we do have the objective star. It's part of the reason. What does Albion need here? Got the militant mat, and they're going for oil. This is an interesting choice for them. They're going to take the upgrade and go to 0 coin. We'll rip enlisting. Well, he got some coin back just then. Deploying. So Nordic's going to build their first mech. Get some power. Albion's a really soft target right now. If for whatever reason they were to move up, we would attack them next turn. No question. Plani is not as soft of a target. And they have blocked the way. The way is shut. It was made by those who are bears, and the bears keep it. He's thinking about his enlist. Probably looking at the fact that Albion has none of them, but isn't getting any. We just have 2 left. Probably deciding between coin and... Nope, popularity. Okay, I get it. He's just at 2, though. See, at the beginning when I'm Polani, I like to trade for metal, move, trade for metal, move. The engineering, and I mean, with this mat, that will actually give you a mech, you know, which is nice. So since you really just need the 1 move, if you're going to go speed mech first, you could trade for 2 metal, produce, trade for 2 metal, get the speed mech, and then move all the way to the village. And instead of just wasting a move, you'll have actually gotten a food and a wood. We gotta not forget to use a card here, because we need to have 2 metal here. We're gonna almost run out of metal, but we won't. Oh no, the metal's coming from the trade, of course. So we're about to get a third card and 2 metal. Then we'll produce one more time, and we can get 2 more resources of whatever we want. So we could get 2 more wood and just build random buildings the last 2 times we move. Hmm. Okay, here's the part where we got to think, because what you'd like to do for the industrial mat is what you'd like to do on the industrial mat is have your last produce to build a mech. You'd also like to have 3 workers on a village. We only need 3 more metal. We're going to go ahead and trade for that metal. And I think this is going to work out. So what we're going to do next turn is we're going to move. And we have 2 movements. We're going to go ahead and build a building while we're at it. Oh, and that's going to make our lives easy. Because what we do, we don't have to get too creative. We just put a mill right here, I guess. So we already have enough metal. So what do we need? We need 2 more food, right? So because we trade for 2 food, and we just need 2 more for our last enlist. So we use 1 movement to take 3 workers from here to here, and move the character there, get the encounter. Use the wood to build a mill right here. It's adjacent to 1 lake. That's a nice little bonus. And the next time we produce on all 3 of these spots, get our worker star, get our 4th mech, so 2 stars in 1 turn. And then it gives us 2 food that we turn around the next turn and get our 4th star. So that's what? 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns to get 3 stars. See what the score looks like. We're down by about 7, but we're going to shoot up pretty quickly here, pretty soon. Oh, who did? Albion got roll up your sleeves with common man. That is such a hard objective to get. I don't know if he did this. Yeah, he did. So, roll up your sleeves with the common man. You've got to have no more than $2, 7 popularity, and something else. Whatever else it is not that hard. It's the $2 and 7 popularity that's tough. But if you get a lot of popularity early, like Albion did, and you just have like 1 coin too much or 2 coins too much, you can actually pass a coin, which is exactly what he did right here. Albion passed a coin to Nordic to get himself from 3 to 2. It's you go down here and you click on one of the factions. You can only do it on your turn. It's going to get the upgrade in 2 resources. Go down to 1 popularity. The mechanical board's not really a tier 2 popularity board for Nordic anyway. So what 2 resources is he going to get? So what do we hope to get off this encounter? Probably power. Probably like to see power. I love that that wood comes in handy in a way we couldn't have even anticipated. I guess we could have. Eventually. Would have been looking a long way ahead. If that encounter ends up coming through for us in a big way. Because if it had just been 3 resources, well, we would have gotten something else and then not spent it. Probably gotten metal. So Nordic has workers on the farm, which is encouraging. But they only have 2 workers on the farm, which is not encouraging. So I don't know what's going on with that. But hopefully they'll start enlisting because we just have 3 combat cards. The upside is we don't really care about our popularity. The downside is we can't reach Albion without... No, we just can't reach Albion. Period. So that's unfortunate. Oh, okay, what do we say? 3 workers to here. Can anybody river walk to metal right now? No. Oh, beautiful. That is just what we wanted to see, guys. And let's put the mill right here. Next turn we get 2 stars. Being able to build that mill basically gave us an encounter, because what we would have had to do if we couldn't have built the mill is use this mech to move a worker here so that we had 5 workers here and then moved 3 workers up there. We could have done it that way because we don't need a worker right there, but we wouldn't have got that encounter. So being able to build that mill, essentially getting the 4 wood off the first encounter, not only gave us Wolf Among the Sheep, our objective, not only gave us a building and like 2 coins off the build bonus, but it also enabled us to get 4 power for $2. So that 4 wood has really been kind to us. Gotten a lot of mileage out of it. Now Albion's going to go for their enlist and their combat cards. Polonia really has missed an opportunity by not attacking Albion. I mean, they don't even have shield. It wouldn't even move them to 7 power to attack them. They still do it. They have 1 more turn to do it. Put it there. It's the most exposed place right now. It's got the most workers that we can spread out with. Next turn we can move to the factory. We can attack somebody. Or we can just go ahead and trade for 2 food to get an enlist. Ooh. Or we could move to the factory and attack somebody. Kind of like that option. How many combat cards does Polani have? A lot. I have a lot of combat cards. We don't. I got the popularity card. We would rather this game end sooner rather than later. Okay, Polani's gotten to the factory. They get bumped back to their home base. They can turn around and get it enlist. They can turn around and get this enlist or this enlist. So because of that, they don't lose too much by being booted. We have more power than theirs. We can get a free combat card, and we can attack them with 2 units. Which means it's a good time to bluff them. Because if we can get 1 combat card from bluffing, suddenly this game gets much easier. Like over in round 15 easier. Our move would be 13. We trade and get our enlist in 14, and then we just attack one of these guys in 15 to finish it. So who cares about their popularity besides Albion? Nobody. Well, Polani does, because they just got that factory card. But Nordic really doesn't dare attack us, because they've just got the 1 combat card. Oh, that's what we need to do. Huh. Okay. Okay, let's do some math here. Polani can put up 11. And Nordic can put up 7. Cost us 2. Yes! That's what we wanted. We are in good shape now. Oh, and we stole a 5, just in case anyone's wondering. We're actually going to get to build a building, just for fun, you know. He's going to save all his power? Really? I guess it doesn't do much good to throw 1, because if he turns around and fights us, we're just going to take it anyway. Let's go in the factory. What do we need? We have combat cards. We have a little bit of power. If for whatever reason we can't end the game, we're going to want coins. So at this point we can't get any more combats, so we'd rather spend our combat cards than our power, because we're going to get combat cards if we're attacked. And this is a nice little bonus. Let's put a mine right here. So in case we can't end next turn, we have a nice little way to spread workers. Let's see what the score is. 46 to 26. Who can move? Polania can't move. Albion can move, but he can't touch us. Nordic can move. The Nordic can't win a combat against us because he has no cards. So, Nordic's point total? 21. Not going to catch us. Polania still doesn't have Riverwalk. Nordic doesn't have Riverwalk. Polania doesn't have Submerge and can't move. Nordic can't get here. Yeah, no one can stop us at this point. If we had taken a worker up here, we could have built a building there and gotten the second lake. Would have been worth another 2 coin. But the reason I didn't take a worker there is if I'd lost that combat, I didn't want a mech and a worker to get booted back to here, because then if I moved to spread out, that's 2 units that can go right there, but then there's nothing else to do with them. I could put a worker there and then Wayfare, but that doesn't count as a territory. So if I just get a mech booted back, I would have the option, for instance, of moving a mech here and then moving a second worker like over here or something. Okay, I forgot about something. Nordic can attack us and can win a battle against us because of artillery. So is that going to make a difference? And the answer is no. It's not. Our star count's too high. So we're probably going to lose the factory right here. We could potentially lose 2 battles. Again, we would lose 6, 8 points, which would put us at 38. Nordic would gain 12. Is that right? 2 stars and 2 territories. So that's like 10, 31. He really should attack here and here, because he can artillery us down to 2 power and still have 10 for himself. Then he can use 7, which would leave him 4. So if he attacks us in 2 places, We will go all out on the first one. I think we'll throw 4 power into 3 card. And that's for 2 power and a 3 card, so that's 5. So if he throws 5 to beat us, he'll have 6 left over and we can throw 5. And we'll lose. So there's a good chance he's going to overspend and throw 7. So I'm going to split the, which would give him 4, meaning we win the second combat with our 5 card. So if I throw 4 power and a 3 combat card, or 2 power and a 3 combat card. Oh, he's going to lose one because of artillery though. So if I throw 2 power and a 3 combat card, that's 5. He has to choose to spend exactly 5. If he spends 6, we win the second combat. If he spends 4, we win the first combat. So if I'm Nordic, I do this battle first, and I probably bluff it, hoping that Crimea, me, saves all the power for the So he's got to hit 5 on the nose to get both battles, is what we said. Remember, we're trading to get the rest of our food, not producing. If you're producing to get like the worker star or something like that to end the game, you went low. So we keep the factory. Now, of course, we're going to lose this one. It's interesting. It gives me, oh, he has a combat card. Okay, yes, we'll take it. Just, you know, because. Yeah. I suppose we could have lost 2 battles and then won with like one of the lowest point totals ever. No popularity, no power, but that is game. All right, guys, that's Industrial Crimea in 14 rounds. So it's a good board for Crimea. It's not, I mean, to tell you how strong Crimea is, I feel like Industrial is one of the weaker boards for Crimea, and it can still just roll through the game and end the game in 14 turns. The only Crimea board that I think can't end the game in 14 turns is probably Mechanical. At least I haven't figured out a way to do it with Mechanical yet, not to say there isn't one. But thanks for watching. Let's queue another one up.